12.
I think it's 11. No, this is 12.
Is it 12?
12.
Okay.
We're on episode 12, guys. We're in South Eugene, Oregon.
Yeah.
First time up here. I'm excited, Dave.
This one's gonna be a lot of fun.
This is gonna be great. As you can see right above my shoulder, Drop Bear Brewing.
Brand new brewery right here in South Eugene on the corner of Willamette and
27th?
27th, yeah.
27th and Willamette. Willamette. I can't
Willamette.
talk. All right.
Willamette.
Not Willamette. Not Willamette.
Not Willamette.
Willamette. So, Drop Bear Brewing, brand new brewery, just under a year.
Yeah.
Or just over a year. No, under.
June, yes.
Yeah, so just under a year. A lot of work going into this place. Crazy story. Really excited to hear more about it. You know, what's Drop Bear? What is that?
What is a Drop Bear?
What is a Drop Bear? We're about to go find out. We're gonna try some good beer. Let's do this,
Let's
guys.
go drink some beer and find out what a Drop Bear is.
Let's do that. Subscribe, make sure you like, and come over here to Drop Bear in Eugene. Tell them we sent you. It's time to go learn a story or two.
Let's do this.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Behind the Brew. This is episode number 12.
12 already, huh?
12.
Wow.
Got 12 out of the way. I finally got the numbers right. It was messed up on there for a minute. I had the numbers all... Anyways, it's all good. We are in Eugene, Oregon. Our first time in Eugene.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm
Drop
excited.
Bear
Drop Bear Brewing.
Drop Bear Brewing.
Brand new brewery here in Eugene. Very excited. By the way, my name's Justin.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Dave.
And this is Dave.
Another Dave.
Yeah.
You are outnumbered today, buddy.
I know. Man,
Should be National Dave Day.
It should.
Yeah.
National Dave Day.
There you go.
All right, guys. So we're here, Drop Bear Brewing with Dave. And Dave, thank you for letting us come in here, first of all.
You're more than welcome.
Very excited to learn the story behind Drop Bear Brewing. So before we get into that, tell us some of your background. Where did you come from?
Okay, so got a bit of an accent. I'm Australian. Sort of left Perth, Western Australia. Did a few stints around the world with different places. Used to be involved in mining. So, you know, got to travel a lot and visit lots of all the ugly places in the world. Ended up in the States, decided to retire. And I've always homebrewed, you know, and the wife's like, maybe we should start a brewery one day. I thought, how often are they ever going to hear us say that?
Right.
So
If your
I'm
wife's
like,
telling you to start a
let's
brewery.
get into it. Like,
You
that's-
got
She's a
something
keeper.
going.
That's what I figured.
That's why he put that ring on.
Exactly. So yeah, so
Oh,
that's
man.
how we ended up in
Okay.
the States. Yep.
Fantastic. So when did you guys open Drop Bear?
June 23rd last year. So we're new.
Brand new.
Yes, we've been under construction for the first opening, first 6 months. Didn't
Okay.
really advertise or anything, you know, slowly getting things online. We had to get the kitchen rehabbed and get it online and then the liquor license, and now we're running full bore.
All right.
Mostly.
Mostly.
As good as we can be at the moment.
So the name Drop Bear Brewing, where does that come from? What's the story behind that?
Well, coming from Australia, everyone says, oh, you know, like it's the most dangerous place in the world. Everyone wants to kill you or eat you, you know,
Yeah.
which, okay, we do have a few dangerous animals. So we have this long-standing joke that we tell tourists. It's about a drop bear. And we tell people, like, you know, like you just got to be careful because these things will just literally drop out of the trees and shred you. And people are like scared, crapless. And we're like, yeah, and they, you know, we can run with this for quite a while. So if you meet into any Aussie and you just mention the word drop bear, you'll get that story. It's sort of,
Oh, that's fantastic.
it's almost like we learn it at school. So we tell people this all the time. So, and you know, years ago when we were trying to work out a name for the business, we figured we wanted something uniquely Australian, something, you know, tongue-in-cheek, a bit of fun.
Yeah.
So we went Drop Bear, and we thought it'll do a couple of things. Gives us a good story as to what it is, but also to let us know if anybody's either been to Oz or knows an Australian.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, I know what a drop beer is.
I gotta check that out.
Then they're inside on the joke, see?
Yeah.
And then we can play the joke again. So
that's fantastic. I like that.
So that's
cool.
And totally not what I was expecting when I saw drop. I was like,
wasn't
someone
sure
dropped
what
a
to
bear,
expect.
teddy bears, what I was thinking.
Well, the actual, what we call is the drop bear, we tell people it looks like a koala.
Okay.
You know, and they look cute and cuddly, and they really are. But they have these big ass claws.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Because they climb trees.
Yeah. Right.
No other reason. And they're just so docile, and the worst thing they do is gently pee on you if you hold them. So that's it. But we tell people it's a distant relation of them. It's a bit like the Yeti. You know, no one's really quite seen one to prove whether they're real or not. So maybe they are.
That's fantastic, man. Cool story. So yeah, now you know the story behind the name Drop Bear. That's great. I had no idea.
That's it.
All right. So what types of beer do you brew here at Drop Bear?
So predominantly UK style, European. I'm very much into that style of beer. You know, grain forward, malt flavour wise. You know, do like hoppy stuff. I do hop forward beers as well. Obviously have to do IPAs.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the West Coast. If I didn't do IPAs, it'd be
got to have that West Coast in.
Yeah. So, but yeah, predominantly UK, that sort of style. I am working on a couple of Australian recipes.
Nice.
Which, you know, got some Aussie hops that I've got, and going to get some Aussie grains. There's a local company, not local company. There's a company in Oregon that will get bring grains in, so small quantities. So we're going to work on some traditional but good Aussie styles as well. But,
that's good.
Yeah, but at this point, it's predominantly browns, you know, stouts, German style beers.
Yeah.
That's great. That was my next question. But what type of beer is in Australia? Because I've never really heard too much of Australian
Other than
beer.
Foster's.
Yeah.
Right. Foster, I guess, yes. Maybe I have heard one. Okay.
I'll let you in on the secret on that. We don't drink Foster's.
Probably
Okay,
not.
so
It's
I do remember hearing that too.
Yeah.
Another person from Australia,
Kind of
like, we
us
don't
with
even.
some domestic beers, which I won't name.
Exactly. It shows you with the right marketing, you can sell anything.
Yeah.
And you know, it's probably one of our biggest export beers, and it's awful.
Yeah.
But well, it's awful.
Okay.
Like America's biggest export beer.
Yeah.
There you
Pretty
go.
much like that one, sir. Which we won't name.
Yeah.
We won't name that one.
But pale ales are probably the best.
Pale
you know,
ales.
a good pale ale.
Yeah.
We do have some really good pale ales over there. So
Okay.
easy drinking, crisp, very clean. You know, good flavors.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. So that's what I'm working on.
Right on. All right, we do have a couple beers. Mine's sitting over here. Let me grab that real quick. There we go. All right, cheers. Let's go ahead and try
Cheers.
this real quick. This is good.
Yeah.
Now this is the brown ale, correct?
Yeah, this is the peat brown you got.
Peat brown.
So it's an American brown that's sort of got a bit mixed up with a bit of Scottish peat smoke.
I can get that.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can
get
feel the peat smoke in the back.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Delicious. A little creamy, smooth. I really enjoy this. This is good. This is good. Dave, what do you got in your
Yes.
glass?
This is black as death. It's beautiful.
It is.
Yeah.
And this is
This is my juniper coconut cream stout. So it's a
juniper coconut cream stout.
juniper berries, early in the boil, fresh dried berries crushed in the boil, and then instead of using a lactose, I use a coconut cream. Gives a good mouth feel, adds a bit of boosts the sugar content, so the ABV comes in a bit higher.
Yeah.
And just rounds it off nicely. I think it helps.
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's
good
I
mouthfeel.
tried it. It's very sweet up front, but it's very strong.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but it's so easy drinking still, even though it's so strong. I love that flavor, that dark kind of smoky flavor on it.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah, I
like it.
kind of got the juniper right off the bat. It kind of rolls into a coconut there toward the end.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sort
Yeah.
of pick the juniper up front, just like, ooh, and then it just
Yeah, it moves
mellows
out to that
nicely.
coconut. It's
Yeah.
excellent.
It's fantastic.
It's definitely something I've never really tried before. For stouts, I never tried that combination. I've had
Yeah.
coconut in stouts. I usually have
Yeah.
with cherry. But
Yeah.
with juniper, this is a first.
Whole new world.
It works. It works.
Cool. Yeah, and it
Glad
looks
you
really
like it.
nice.
Yeah.
I like that dark head on that too.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful.
Uh-huh.
So is this one though. I love the color. It's white head, dark beer. Looks fantastic. Great
Good
job.
looking brown.
Good drinker too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, this one's super easy drinking. Really like that.
yeah.
All right, so as far as brewing goes, you guys are working on getting your own brewing building here, correct? And right
Yes.
now you're importing from Portland, I believe. Your
Yes,
brewer's
so-
up there.
Yep, we're brewing up in Portland. We have a 1-barrel pilot system as well, but which I'm doing here.
Okay.
So I'm running my test batches here because I also get bored of driving back and forth. So I'm like, yeah, I'll do
It's
some
a long
stuff
drive.
here.
It's a long drive.
But we're using a 5-barrel system up in Portland, so that gives us our bulk stables.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then here we're knocking out the 1-barrel test batches. We've ordered a 7-barrel system that's being built. We've actually got our fermenters and that. They're up in Portland at a friend's brewery, which is where our gear is, where we're using his gear, but our tanks are sitting up there.
Gotcha.
And then when we finish here, our brew system is currently being built. So I'm kind of hoping to have the floor finished in time to get the brew system in.
Right.
Hopefully they'll line up and all happen at the same time, but I almost guarantee it won't.
As
So yeah,
most
then we'll be
things.
doing our 7-barrel batches here with the pilot system, for yeast propagation, but also for the test, the test batches. So that's the plan.
So do you guys can anything or bottle anything at this time, or are you guys
Not
working
yet.
towards it?
We've got a canner. We've got a small little 3-head canning machine.
Nice.
We're planning to do distribution.
Yeah.
At the moment, we have a crowler, so we do the take-home package
Okay.
that we bought for now. But the plan will be, well, we're probably going to do kegging first because we've just had our tap handles developed and designed, and I've actually got the first shipment in. And so we're probably going to start self-distributing kegs around town first to get some tap handles
Yeah.
out and help spread the brand a bit.
Yeah.
And then hopefully around summertime we'll be in a position to start canning. So because at the moment with the construction it's just too hard to do.
Oh,
it.
yeah, definitely. It would be.
Yeah, and it's not viable. So we parked that one. We were going to start that sooner, but like most construction projects, it's
More and more
constantly-
things pile up. You're like,
Every day it's moving and changing, and
something gets delayed, and
Yeah,
then
exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we're here in the early stages of the Drop Bear Brewing. So we're definitely going to come back again, maybe at the end of the year, maybe next
Yeah.
year, see where this brewery's gone from
Love
there.
to show you
And
the
it would
system
love-
then.
Yes.
Yeah.
See that.
It'll be nice.
See the progression of a brand new brewery, just less than a year.
Yeah,
Been
yeah.
in.
Yeah, new kids on the block.
8-9 months. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. We were up here scouting out breweries a few months ago, and I drove by and seen the sign. I was like, I never heard of that spot.
Yeah.
And well, you guys are brand new. That's why I never heard of it.
If you'd been probably a month earlier, you wouldn't have seen the sign because all we had was
wow.
a very nice pole for about 6 months because it took that long to get the sign made and the permit.
Wow.
And it's like, yeah. So that's the sort of challenge you have when you're building breweries. It just keep smiling, keep
Right.
drinking, and have fun. That's all you can do.
Something to keep you smiling.
Exactly. Yeah. That's why it's very important to have a pilot system to start with, so at least you can drink something while you're going through it.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's kind of nice, especially down here in the South Eugene area. It's starting to really pick up on
Yeah.
beer scene.
It is.
Because we've been, we've checked out Viking Bracket before, and we just went to Zika.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we just came from
That's
there.
cool.
We had lunch there, and now here, so it's kind of neat. That there's 3 of them right here.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, when we were looking for where to open up, this area met the target demographics that we wanted. It was perfect.
Yeah, this
We're
is a
like,
great area.
This
It
is what
is.
we
It really
wanted.
is.
Yeah. And then we found the building and we loved the location and we're like, yeah, this is it. And we knew Braggett were up there, so we went and knocked on their door, introduced ourselves, and we're a little concerned, like, well, geez, I hope you guys don't take it wrong. We're not here to take your business. We're here to grow the business in this area.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
People want to come in and check out different ones
Exactly.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, like, we are, in Roseburg and in the downtown area, we have, 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
Right there.
And that's the same with Eugene here. If you
Yeah.
go up into downtown, there's a nice little group
Oh yeah,
you can go around.
downtown, there's several.
So now with us, and like you said with Zika and that, there's a great opportunity to come to South Eugene and
Yeah.
try a couple at once hit. It's,
Right.
It's really cool. So we're working hard on pushing down here and letting people know that, you know, this is now a spot to come down. You know, it's only a mile and a half out of downtown, but come on, people.
Yeah.
Right. So what has your experience been with some of the other local breweries around here? Has it been really good? A lot of camaraderie? Because I know it's a lot of the places we've talked to, there's been a lot of help and camaraderie between breweries next to each other in the proximity. They do a lot of help.
A lot of collaboration and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of that going on.
Eugene has been really welcoming. You know, when we first negotiated on the building and got that organised, of course it didn't take long for the rumour mill to go around, like, oh, who's Drop Bear? Who are they moving in? And then we, you know, went around and tested all the other market research, tried all the other pubs, introduced ourselves where we could, and the people here have been wonderful. They really have. And then prior to actually opening, we opened for an industry night, so I'd contacted all the other breweries and the brewers and said, hey, come in, have a beer on us, let's meet each other and get to know each other.
Awesome.
And that went down really well, and I think it's working really well. You know, like we bought our canning line from Cold Fire, little canning machine off them guys. Oakshire, super helpful with if you need some yeast or stuff like that. I mean, it's a great community here, really good, you know. And we want to get to that point too where we can put back in. That's our ultimate aim, you know.
Awesome.
We're not here just about taking it. We're grateful for everything, and we want to put back in and help everybody else. So that's our big plan.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's, like I said, that's what I've heard from a lot of other places we've talked to. A lot of giving back to the community, helping build up the community. Yeah. So that's really cool to hear.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Sure. Talk to us a little bit about some of your passion behind brewing and some of what drives you to make some great beer.
So if you go way back, I mean, I used to homebrew for a long time, and you know, I found that I love the brewing process as well as drinking, of course. Yeah. But it's easy to brew more beer than you can drink. If you want to stay healthy. So, and I enjoyed the brewing so much that I'd be like, oh, try this one, and next thing you know, I'd have all these kegs at home just full of beer, the cornies, you know, and I was the most popular guy in the neighbourhood. Free beer down at Dave's, you know, and always helping themselves. But it was great because when they emptied, it gave me a new excuse to brew some more, which is what I really found that I loved. It's totally different to what my former job was. And it's creative, I love cooking, so it's really just like cooking, but a bit of science thrown in, which is nice, works for me, and it's just so much fun. So I just became addicted to it, and then I went down the rabbit hole. Started like, how do I, reading books about grains, reading books about yeast, and like just getting right into, wow, you can get these things to do this stuff. It was like, so just, it became a snowball that just kept growing and growing and growing. And that's what I do. I love doing it. I'll spend weeks or months playing with a recipe, building a recipe, getting to the point where I think I'm confident it's going to be what I want it to be. You know, of course, I'm using it to program, so all the little sliders in theory give me what I'm going to get. Doesn't always work out, of course. And then, then you start the journey of which grains, which brand, which style, and then, what am I going to get out of it, when, and all this sort of stuff, and the same with the hops. Yeah. And it just, it's becoming an addiction. I just really got into it, Nice. And I know I predominantly like the UK style, European style beers, always have, and I just sort of got heavier into that. Yeah. When I first come to the States, wasn't a big IPA fan, I must admit. I struggled with it. Yeah.
I can agree with you there. It took me a while to get on that bandwagon, but once I like doing this kind of stuff, learning the craft, what went into making that, you can start to really appreciate the flavors and what's actually going into it.
Exactly, and that's what I think it was. The more I got into it, the more I started understanding what goes into it. Then I'm like, okay, so now I start to look for what was I going to get from an IPA. And I end up liking them as well. So, but it's just pure passion of loving the art of creating, and then at the end of it, you end up with this. It's like, hell, this is perfect, Well, we've had a few that aren't so good. And,
that's part of the process. You might have some bad ones and go with those good ones.
We did an IPA not that long ago, which is gone now, finished, luckily. And it was one of those, at first it was, this is good. And then halfway through the pint, it's like
You just started.
a bit chewy and a bit metallic, and I'm like, okay, I'm not doing this one.
Just pour these in 10-ounce sniffers.
Yeah. That's what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Enjoy, you know.
Right.
So you get them, you know. But the beauty is, I've got the recipe still. I'm going to tweak it and tune it, try to work out where that went wrong,
Right.
and why, and play with it a bit more. So
All right.
that's the plan.
Fantastic. What do you got going on right now that you're looking to bring out? What kind of beer do you got in the background that you're working on?
Okay, so at the moment I've got I make hop water as well. So I found just doing hop like a hop tea,
Yeah.
it's it'll really pulls the flavours out of the hops, and it gives me like an intro to what I'm going to get from the hops.
Yeah.
Of course, they're different when you throw them in with grains, of course, and the different boil times.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like a prelude, better than just smelling them. It's sort of like, ooh, yeah, I can pick up a bit of coconut in this, and ooh, a bit of floral. So I've been doing this hop water with lemon drop, and absolutely love it. And everybody has been like, "This is good," and I'm like, "Yeah."
Wow.
So then
All right.
I got a sample of Sabro, a newish hop, and I did a hop water with that. Same deal. I'm like, "Damn, this is good." So I've been scratching my head thinking I could do an IPA with Sabro and lemon drop, you know, and then like heavy on the lemon drop and in the dry hopping should give me some really good fruit flavours, you know.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
So that's what I've got at the moment. It's just in the fermenter. It's only on one barrel pilot system, but
Okay.
it's in the fermenter. I've just done the first dry hop. I'm going to give it another few more days. It's 3 or 4 days to be ready for the next one, and that's
be
my
interesting.
newest one. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a hazy, and if it comes
man.
out anywhere near as good as I think it's going to be,
The hazy,
with these two
the hazy
hops,
lemon drop IPA.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Dang,
I think
You got my mouth watering.
yeah.
We're going to have to come back and try that one.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I'm excited now. That
Me
sounds
too.
really
I mean,
good.
like, I hope
Wow.
it comes as good as what it sounds, because
Sounds
Right.
phenomenal. So.
Yeah.
Take over the industry with that one.
So, well, that would be my big plan.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
the whole idea. All right. Yeah, we'll definitely be back to try that.
all
That
right,
sounds
cool.
great.
Look forward to it.
Snowing outside, dude. Cut that
Oh
out.
yeah.
Wow. Well,
It
it
was
is
snowing outside while we're in here
outside.
filming where it's nice and warm with this great beer.
It was just pouring rain on the roof.
We might be snowed in.
Now
I know it's a
snowing.
blizzard out here in
Well,
South
I'd rather be
Dakota.
snowed in here.
Yeah.
You know?
I was going to say about your beers, though. I mean, it's very good. You're very original, and you know, which is something you got to be, especially in a town which does have a lot of breweries like
Yeah.
Eugene. And I mean, you're going to be bringing back more people, and when we'll be back, that's for sure. And even outside of beverage hunters and Aldo, you'll be back in here
Yeah.
to check you out more.
Cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's like, this is great. It really is.
Yeah, we figured we needed to be original. We looked obviously at the beer profile that's around in general, and we saw who's making what, and everybody does great beer in town. I
Yeah,
must
sure,
admit, I've never had
there's
a
a lot
bad
of great
beer
breweries
here.
here in town.
And and they're all different. And I thought, well, I don't want to replicate that stuff because that's not right.
Yeah.
So, and everyone, in Michigan, where I used to be, loved my styles, and they're like, and again, in Michigan it was different. So I figured, let's run with that. So that's what we're doing.
And so you're bringing some, those, like I say, your European, recipes and stuff, which is awesome because I can't think of any brewery right off the top of my head here in Eugene that's doing that.
Yeah.
Right. On that topic, hopefully we're not going down too far down the rabbit hole. But when it comes to being different and making beer styles your own, what's the process behind that? How do you go about molding beers to your own style?
Yeah. So that's something I play with a lot, or I think about a lot.
Yeah.
You've got the beer style guidelines that you should stick with, and okay, I think they're good. So a stout should be a stout-ish.
Right.
And then I think to myself, I'm not so worried about fitting exactly in the box.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's try something
Yeah,
different.
you want to be outside the box.
Exactly. and so we just sort of loosely, okay, it is a brown, it is a stout style, it is an IPA style, but I don't let that guide me as to, I must use this type of yeast to stick within that style, So that's what we do. We just
Start with that basic blank canvas and just play with it.
Work out what do I really want, and sort of got about 4 or 5 recipes that I'm sort of printing off that I'm working through at the moment. I have 28 now actual recipes, of which 3 or 4 are in the development point where I'm thinking about them, still playing with them. And I'll probably sit on those for a few months and come back to them and think, and then eventually get to the point where, okay, I think this is going to work, make a test batch, which is what I've done with this IBA now, so it's in the fermenter. So that's just how I look at it. It's really just, or it'll be hops sometimes from what I smell from the hops. I'm like, damn, they're good, what can I do with that? So it can come from both ways. Sometimes it's the grains too, and I smell like a peat smoked grain, and I think to myself, damn, that's good.
Right.
How would that go in, and with a brown? Why not?
Yeah.
So, and I didn't want it to fall too close to like a Scottish ale.
Yeah.
Because there is a bit of peat smoke traditionally in a Scottish ale, so that's the sort of thing I also think about. Well, I just don't want to make a dark Scottish ale. I want to make something different.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome, man.
And you mentioned vegan.
That's
is
right.
your whole the restaurant here part, is that all vegan?
So we're very vegan strong.
Okay.
All our beers are vegan, so we don't use chittisand or anything for the clarification. We make sure we don't use any animal products for clarification. Most of the times I just use time, just let things sit, and which can be problematic when you're trying to turn batches quickly,
Right.
But I mean, I think it's the best way where possible. Failing that, good old Irish moss, that sort of thing will help, which is a seaweed derivative, so that's fine. But getting back to the food, so both my wife and I are vegan. We're vegan. We've got a vegan strong base.
Good.
So most of our products can easily be converted to vegan, or can be converted up to by adding meat.
Yeah.
With the exception of some products like a Meat Lover's Pizza.
Yeah.
Obviously never going to be vegan, but what we do there is we source quality ingredients. So we're all about high quality ingredients, no matter what. So we're not buying the cheap salami or the salami that you think, I don't want to eat that because who knows what's in it.
Right.
So we make sure that our products are good, all as wholesome as possible, and local source as much as possible. And then, like I said, I have a lot of vegan base. And if you want to put salami on a vegan, a shroom pizza, which we make, we can easily do that.
Yeah, you can
and
do
if
that.
you want to sub out the vegan mozzarella for a buffalo mozzarella, we can do that.
All right.
So we designed our menus to be very flexible.
That's great. So you can come in and be like, I want this pizza, but I don't want meat. I want to have more
Correct.
vegan.
Yeah.
So you can get that. But if you want the meat, you can still have it put on there.
Exactly.
That's great, man.
And
That's,
you learn this when you travel as vegans. It's really hard. You go somewhere like,
I was going to say, that's kind of hard for a lot of people.
I do know
traveling.
some vegans.
Yeah. It can be a challenge. You get the token salad or glass of water.
Yeah.
Thanks. Great.
So at least my vegan friends will know this is a great place to come to because all the beer is 100% vegan and you can eat vegan food.
Yep. Vegan, vegetarian, or high quality meat as well.
All right.
That's
So
what we're aiming for.
that's awesome, man. So you guys do have a kitchen here. That's pretty sweet.
Yep.
So it's in-house. Everything's in-house.
Yes.
Yeah.
As far as the food goes.
Yeah, we have all our own food. So we do pizzas, shareables. We're going to branch out eventually, possibly into burgers. We're looking at developing that idea and expanding on that. But we also have a food cart out the side who is a totally separate business, but the gentleman that runs it is an awesome guy. The food is amazing. It's the best Thai food I've had.
Awesome.
So we're like leaving there because it complements us really well, and we complement each other.
Well,
so
a lot of breweries too. They do that. Work with food trucks.
gives options for people,
Yes,
and that's what we want.
That's
You got
something else
anything
I was
else?
going to say, and
What
I
else
can't
you got
remember now. It always happens to me. I'm always like, what was I going to say?
Another beer,
Disappeared.
that'll solve it.
I need another beer. I think that wraps it up.
I think we kind of covered pretty well. Huh?
You got anything else you want to say? Or
No, I mean, I hope it's good enough for what you're looking for.
I think it's way good. I like it.
Yeah.
Cool. It's the first one I've ever done. I must admit.
Well, hey, you did fantastic. I really had it was an awesome time. I learned a lot. Like, that was cool, man. That was awesome. Well, guys, there you have it. Behind the Brew here at Drop Bear Brewing. Great story. Thank you so much for sitting down with us and telling us about your brewery, your background. Fantastic spot. So stop by, check it out. Right here in southern Eugene, right?
Yep,
South Eugene.
Eugene.
South Eugene. There's only a couple breweries, so you really can't miss it. And it's right on one of the main streets here.
Corner of 27 and Willamette.
Yep.
27th and Willamette.
Yep.
Come on in here. Tell them Beverage Hunter sent you. Try some of their great beer. Grab some food. And enjoy it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
See you guys in the next episode.